Closing out our series where we're breaking down the different parts of a pitch, we're going to finish talking about release, release position, and finish. So Nicole's going to set up in release position, very similar to what we just talked about, or what we talked about in the last video about our plant. We want to make sure your foot's still at 45, big toe, pinky toe, and your heel are all staying down. Nice firm plant on the ground. The knee is still going to be behind the ankle. It's going to be less of an angle. It's going to be more vertical, but it's still behind. We also want to see the pitching shoulder be stacked over the pitching hip, over the knee. So we want to have a nice straight line here. That's going to give you a really strong base to throw against. It's also going to give you the most room to come through your hip at release, because the more room we have, the straighter our arm can go, the straighter the pitch can go. We're not going to go into the particulars about a release. So Nicole's setting up for a fastball or drop ball release. But what we want to see is the arm is long and loose. At the moment of release, this is where your elbow is going to be straight. Any moment before that, there's going to be a bend in the elbow that's probably going to bend afterwards. But at the moment of release, the elbow should be straight pretty much regardless of whatever pitch you're throwing. After release, we get into extension, right? Like contact and extension when you hit, and that's going to lead into your follow through. But you really do have to have this base with your feet in order to get extension through the ball. When we talk about follow through, we want to be long and loose. We want to make sure that your hand finishes in between your armpits, so it's staying on line. But there's a lot of different style with your follow through. So Nicole finishes relatively high with quite a bit of bend in her elbow. No, that is not hello elbow.
This is hello elbow.
Yes.
Where you force it and you're tight. I have white knuckles right now, like not loose at all. When I'm coming through, finishing here, this is very loose. I tell my pitchers like a wet spaghetti noodle. Very loose. This is what's natural for me.
Yep. And right, when you're loose, you get extension. You're long through it. When you're doing hello elbow, the idea is you're coming straight up to your elbow. You're very short with it. So there's a huge difference there. It's not where you finish, it's how you get there. So some other styles you might see for follow through are like straighter, more out in front, but still kind of high. Palm can be turned in, it can be turned down, just so long as you're loose, it doesn't really matter. Or you might even be kind of low, which is also okay. It just depends on the person and where your natural finish is. Nicole and I both just happen to naturally finish high. Finally, we're going to talk about the drag. So basically what we want to see is there's going to be a lot of style with this also. Your legs have to come back together. So we probably want to see something like a calf to calf where they just touch for a split second. And then whatever happens after that is style. So maybe you stay there, maybe that's kind of just your finish, maybe you replant, but we do want to be balanced and we want to be able to be loose so we can react when that ball gets hit back to us as quickly as we can. If you would like more information or you want to hear us go more into detail, please go to our website and check out our video vault.
Bye.